Hey, I'm Chad from Collect Co, and today I'm going to give you a few updates on some pre-orders that's coming in, or some pre-orders that's just been announced. It's officially July 1st. We're halfway through the year, and there's a lot of stuff scheduled between now and the end of the year. Some things you might want to be aware of. If you're just finding our channel, please make sure you subscribe, because if you like buying records, you have found the right place. We have live Facebook sales here on YouTube. Most of our audience watches on Facebook, but you can watch on either one. We have streams that we have dual streams live at the same time, same show. You can tune in on either platform. Some people tune in on both so they can get the figure out what the best connection is. We have auctions, we have straight sales, and we're dealers in new vinyl. That's what I'm going to talk about today, all the new stuff coming out. We buy a lot of vintage collections, and so yeah, new vintage. We're kind of the third category now. We're really heavy on Japanese imports, and we're really starting to grow that. So, new pre-orders that's coming out. First thing, I'm wanting to let you know right now, if you want to pre-order anything with us, we have a website, but it's more of just a landing page, meaning we don't put a lot of product on there. We don't spend a lot of time putting stuff on our website, because most of our sales, our audience is with y'all, and it's right here on YouTube and Facebook. So we don't spend a lot of time uploading stuff to our website when we can hit a button, go live, and we can sell thousands of records here every week on Facebook and YouTube. So what we do is we have a private Facebook group. If you need that link, please comment below, message us, email us, whatever platform you end up watching this video on, to get in that group. I think I'm going to start posting some pre-orders on Instagram, and that way people can claim them in the comments, and then they can direct message us or some way. But right now, all of our pre-orders are on Facebook. We also post pre-orders on Facebook, or not pre-orders, but pre-sales. So we get notifications, bam, Counting Crows, August and everything after is back in stock. We post it. We say, hey, we got 50 of these on the way. We got 100 of these on the way. Claim yours now. And it kind of reserves it. You get it locked in. Some things we don't know how many we're getting, like on pre-orders. So that's why I post a pre-order. I'm like, claim yours now, all caps, because some things are allocated. Prime example, the Slipknot reissues. I could have sold hundreds of copies. I wish I had hundreds of copies of the first one, the first Slipknot album. Can't get them. At least not through a distributor at wholesale. You can buy a third-party copy on Discogs that's well over retail. If you want to do that, okay. But hopefully we just cross our fingers and wait for represses. A lot of things here. I'm currently on Facebook right now, and I'm scrolling through the group pinned posts, so you'll see them exactly as I see them. A lot of people, a lot of y'all have said, Chad, please make more YouTube videos. We just like to listen to you talk. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through all these pre-orders. I'm going to tell you about them. I know you can read the blurbs and everything, but some of y'all may be listening to me while you're getting ready for work, driving down the road, whichever. But I'm going to go through them one at a time the way they appear in our group. So go to Whole Lot of Records, refresh the page. That's the name of our group, Whole Lot of Records. Like I said, if you're not in it, if you're watching us for the first time, find that link. And all these are pinned at the top in the featured section, and you can scroll across and claim whatever you want. Whenever they come in, I'll let you know, and then we do $7 unlimited shipping. First thing, Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney's reissued a box set. They're putting McCartney, McCartney 2, and McCartney 3, his newest album, in a box set. Looks like it comes with some photos. I think that's kind of like the bonus part of it. And that's due out August 5th. August 5th. Anything you decide you want, you can find that post and say, I'll take one. And whenever they come in, it'll be that week, that release date. So if something comes out on the Friday is new music now, if you hadn't learned that already. Friday is the official street dates for all new vinyl arrivals, I think for CDs as well. So we sometimes get pinged, it appears, email, however, that we're getting something usually on by Wednesday or Thursday. We'll kind of know our allocation. Some things there's plenty of, and even we get them in and we can take orders again. Some things are heavily allocated. Elton John announced 3 new reissues, 3 albums that I don't think has, 2 for sure hasn't never been reissued officially since maybe the original release date. The One, Peachtree Road, and Regimental Sergeant Zippo. Now I know Regimental Sergeant Zippo was a Record Store Day release. I know that for sure. The other 2, I'm not real for sure if they've ever been reissued. I'm pretty sure they haven't. But the One and Peachtree Road are 2 LP, and of course Regimental Sergeant Zippo is a single LP. Whiskey Myers, and by the way, also pinned in the group, because this was a request, you can help me out anytime you want. There is so much new vinyl releases coming out. As y'all know, I miss something pretty big about every week. I don't know how, but I do. We have a pinned post in the group, and at any time you can comment on this YouTube video, you can comment on any Facebook post, you can remind me while we're live, Chad, Whiskey Myers is coming out with a new album. And that was thanks to somebody in the group, I'm not for sure, but Whiskey Myers has a new LP coming out. There is an indie exclusive offered. It looks like it's called Tornilio. Y'all know me, I'm very good at butchering names. That's a 2 LP. It's on copper colored vinyl. That's due out at the end of July 29th. That's probably the last Friday in July. Fleetwood Mac, it's called Madison Blues. So that's early Fleetwood Mac. It's a 3 LP. It looked like it said, let me see what I can tell you about that one. The blurb doesn't give you a whole lot, I don't think. Fleetwood Mac made it big. The cover says early live and studio recordings. So some kind of comp, early Fleetwood Mac, early live and studio recordings. That's about all I can tell you on that. I've had 2-3 people ask me to post that. So that's up for pre-order. These are all, it is 4:13 a.m. right now. Technically July 1st, Friday, 2022. And there are people commenting on this post. If they're on the East Coast, they're waking up early. If you're on Central Time like I am, there's some people up really early, or they can't sleep and they check Facebook. It's like, wow, Chad's posted 20 pre-orders, which I have. I have posted a lot. So the reason I'm making this video, Facebook algorithms don't work as well. We don't have, if you post 20 times in one day, and a lot of people's not going to see it. I try to make 2 or 3 really good posts every day so people will see them. So I'm making this video hopefully that you'll watch it, you'll scroll through those pre-orders, and you'll claim what you want rather than waiting for them to appear in your news feed. So, Pink Floyd. I have 2 Pink Floyd announcements. The first one, before I get to the explaining the very complex Animals reissue, I will talk about Pink Floyd, Hey Hey, Rise Up, which is a 7-inch single, and that's due out October 21st. That's only going to be $12.99, 7-inch single, picture sleeve, and it's kind of a benefit deal for all funds. Let's see how they specifically word it. Proceeds to benefit the Ukraine Humanitarian Relief Fund, and that's due out at the end of October. Pink Floyd, Hey Hey, Rise Up. Def Leppard, Euphoria. So there's 2 Def Leppard. I'll do Euphoria first because that's the one I posted tonight. Richard Davis, one of our all-time, long-time customers, he told me he wanted Euphoria, and I accidentally posted Adrenalize, and he was like, I'll take one of these, but Euphoria is the album I wanted. So Euphoria is due out August 5th, and that's a 2 LP. So Def Leppard, Hysteria had always been in stock. It's not available right now. We have 100 copies back ordered, waiting for whenever it comes back in. Pyromania finally got reissued. You could not, to my knowledge, you could not get a Pyromania single disc until the Volume 1 box set. So you had to buy, a $250, $300 box set. Then they did Def Leppard box set Volume 2, Volume 3. A lot of these albums, they're now reissuing because we have Retroactive, and I think Retroactive came out the same release date that Pyromania did. So now they're doing Euphoria. I think they're finally splitting up the box sets. However, the box sets usually have some kind of live or rare disc in it, which they may reissue separately. It's kind of an incentive to buy the box set. But Euphoria is a 2 LP. That's due out 1st of August, first Friday in August. Pink Floyd is next. Pink Floyd Animals. Looks like there's two versions. Let me get this opened in a new tab so I can read this to you. Pink Floyd Animal. So the quick backstory on this one has a quick backstory too. I was trying to explain it tonight during the live sale. I got some of the details right. From what I understand, in 2018, Pink Floyd remixed and remastered Animals. There were some liner notes that I don't believe Roger Waters agreed with. Of course, as y'all know, Pink Floyd always feuding, mostly Gilmour and Waters. I'm not for sure what happened there, but the liner notes, one of the two parties didn't agree with, so it was not really a legal dispute, but they were fighting over it, evidently for the last 4 years. Finally, they said, okay, we'll just, no liner notes, but we'll post them on our website. I think that was the compromise. We won't put it with the record, but if somebody wants to go read the liner notes, they will be available on the website. By the way, I really wish Pink Floyd wouldn't feud. I wish they would live happily ever after and go on a major stadium tour so I could see them. I'm too young to have seen Pink Floyd live. The last time they played, we're here in Middle Tennessee, Nashville. They played at Vanderbilt Stadium, 1994 Division Bell Tour. I was -1 years old. Wasn't even born. And, of course, I've seen Roger Waters. I'm seeing him again in August. I'm waiting for Gilmour to do a stadium tour, or just a tour. It doesn't have to be in a stadium. I'd love to see him at the Ryman, but that's not happening. Okay, so Pink Floyd Animals, there's two versions. There's a standard gatefold, which most people have pre-ordered so far. That is going to be a 2018 remix, which is mastered by James Guthrie, Joe Palante, and Bernie Grundman. So should be some great mastering. And in that gatefold packaging includes a 28-page booklet, $36.99. And then there's a deluxe edition that includes a CD, an LP, a DVD, a Blu-ray, and a 32-page book. The cover is like a hard-style type book, and if you ordered any of the Stone Temple Pilots, if y'all remember those or have seen me show those, the cover is like hard. It's like a hardback book, and so that's how the deluxe comes. It's not actually going to be a box set. It's probably going to be one of those things that fold open, hardback. It's probably going to have the disc in there, the book, and then the standard LP. And if you go to I'm not going to read these entire blurbs, but it has all the information about the 24-bit kilohertz. I'll leave out all those details. A lot of y'all will be highly interested. Some of y'all could care less. By the way, there's people still pre-ordering stuff right now at 4:19 a.m. Pretty amazing. The next thing isn't a pre-order. It's a restock. If you're watching this video anytime after July 1st, these will probably be long gone. But Tom Petty Into the Great Wide Open came back in stock this week. That has been out of stock for over a year. Those are available. I think I've got a handful left. Go to that post to claim those. This is a prime example of me missing something. Christine McVie, this came out last week. Christine McVie of Fleetwood Mac had a solo collection, her greatest hits, on green vinyl. That was the indie exclusive. That's also on black vinyl. Green vinyl's in stock. Of course, I ordered those. It's a Christine McVie greatest hits solo collection. It's called Songbird. Those will be in next week. So make sure you go to that post and you claim one of those. Big announcement. So far, the most popular one, Ozzy's new album. I'm definitely going to have to open this in a new tab because it's quite complex. I posted 4 versions, which include a cassette. Ozzy's new album is called Patient Number 9. I've got 4 versions posted. The first one is the purple vinyl, indie exclusive, that has a Todd McFarlane comic book with it. So somewhere here in the blurb, you can read about it. He worked with Todd McFarlane on this. Maybe, I don't know if there was just a comic book made for the music. I'm not really for sure the whole story there, but a lot of people's buying that. That sounds very cool. As far as the music, kind of an all-star lineup playing on here with him. Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, Tony Iommi, Black Sabbath's original guitarist, Josh Homme, Mike McCready, Chad Smith, Zach Wilde. I mean, there is some fantastic people playing on here with him. The other version is basically the indie exclusive violet or purple vinyl without the comic book. Most people have bought that one. It's pretty much a tie right now. I keep track of my spreadsheet. It's about half, neck and neck, the McFarlane comic exclusive or just the purple vinyl. Then there's just a standard black vinyl, which so far only one person has wanted. Some people prefer the black vinyl. They's like, I'll take the black vinyl, I don't want the colored vinyl. So we've had one person order that. Of course, I just posted this today and it hadn't had a lot of reach. I don't think a lot of people have seen it, so that's why I'm making this video. And then there's a cassette coming out. There's a cassette. I usually don't post a cassette, but I figured something like Ozzy, it'd be quite popular. Okay, the one that I hope doesn't give me a headache like the other one did. Tool Fear Inoculum. If y'all follow our channel, you'll know how much I dislike this album. Not the music. Tool has grown on me. I'm really starting to like their music the more I get into it. However, they messed up. I don't know the adjective to use, but the Tool Fear Inoculum box set was for us a total bust. We have sold a bunch of them. I've sold about half of them and broke even on. I've even sold some probably after we shipped them and lost money on. We've had people cancel. We've had people want to return them. Nothing that wrong with them. It's fantastic packaging. It's great mastering, evidently. It's beautiful the way the disc look and all the etching. However, they made evidently 1 billion of them. There's tons of them out there. They, to me, were kind of pricey at $190 or $180 retail. And then I just had a lot of people pre-order them with me. Here's where it hurt us the most. We had a lot of people pre-order them, and then I got word that they were going to be allocated. I had 2 different distributors say, hey, you may only get one of these at the most. So I went with 3 or 4 distributors, and I bought like 20, 25, or maybe even 50, 25. I had like 100 of these things come in. And my cost on them, they're not cheap at all. So all these toolbox sets came in, and because they weren't allocated. So my full orders came in from everybody. Then I had like a third of the customers, cancel on me. They was like, I don't want this anymore. My wife already got me one. My girlfriend. It's kind of a running joke. It's kind of a running joke now within our group. Man, so many people canceled. So I was stuck right over here across from me in our stock room. I've got stacks of Tool Fear Inoculum box sets. You can probably buy one right now shipped on eBay or Discogs for less than $100. They are so cheap right now. Mostly, especially after word that they're going to reissue Tool Fear Inoculum again in just a 3 LP package, gatefold. And it's going to be like 1/4 of the cost of the box set. So currently for pre-order, we have a Tool Fear Inoculum 3 LP standard release, and it includes a poster. So Tool doesn't make people that's been following Tool since what, 94, whenever they originated, said, Chad, Tool they do a lot of things that don't make sense. So that's the deal with Tool. If you don't already have one, if you didn't want to buy one of the box sets originally because they were too expensive, which a lot of people didn't, you can buy the 3 LP version. It's only going to be, I think they're $60 or something. They're pretty affordable. I've already moved off that. Okay, Def Leppard. Here's the other Def Leppard, Adrenalize. And we have had a lot of people. I think Euphoria will be just as popular, but we've had a lot of people pre-order Adrenalize already. That's the other Def Leppard. It comes out the same day Euphoria does. The next pinned post is the pinned post asking what new releases you're looking forward to. So that's something you can go there. You can comment on this video anywhere on YouTube. Just let me know what you want me to post or offer, or even suggestions. Like we've had some people like, hey, why don't you stock Muse? You know, and we have before, but we just hadn't in like a year and a half. So we started ordering some Muse albums, and now they're selling. So thank you. Any kind of suggestions are welcome. Next is Danzig. Some people say it sounds like I'm saying dancing. Danzig 666, Satan's Child. You can expect a title like that from Danzig. This is red and black splatter vinyl, indie exclusive, and that's due out August 18th. And there's another Danzig album that I forgot to post before I made this video. It will be in slot number 1 when you go to our pre-orders. Megadeth. Megadeth, The Sick, The Dying, and The Dead. That's a new album. Another version that has, another release that has 2 versions. So that's new material from Megadeth. That's a new album. Megadeth, The Sick, The Dying, and The Dead. 2 versions. One is a 2 LP. The deluxe version is a 2 LP with a 7-inch single, and it includes a lenticular lithograph, I believe, of the cover. Now, if you go read the blurb, it made it sound like the 7-inch had a lenticular cover. But from the picture, it looks like there's a lenticular insert of the cover. Of course, Megadeth has really cool artwork. I think that's what's going on. But if you read the blurb, it makes it sound like the 7-inch single has a lenticular cover, but I don't think that's the case. And then there's a standard 2 LP that also includes a booklet, the same booklet that's with the deluxe. So basically, the deluxe has, for $15 more, you get the 7-inch, which I'm assuming has tracks that's not on the full album, and then the lithograph, the lenticular lithograph. That's Megadeth. That's due out September 2nd. That's the first Friday in September. Steve Earle and the Dukes, Jerry Jeff. So we always post pre-orders for Steve Earle. This one's called Jerry Jeff, indie exclusive clear vinyl. So clear vinyl on that one, that's due out August 26th. That's most of what I've posted in the last couple days. And from here on back, we're going to go to some stuff that I've posted. They're still big releases, but I hadn't really got to talk to y'all about them. We got Dire Straits' Money for Nothing, which is a reissue of an original release, but they've remastered it. And that's essentially a Dire Straits greatest hits. It is an import, and it's 2 LPs. That's due out July 1st. When I say it's an import, something like that, they're usually a little bit more money, but they may not be pressing them in the United States, so that's kind of all we can get. Dio and Neil Young is next. Dio, Holy Diver. So this is the first time they've reissued Dio in the States in, I think, since 2017, which has really drove up the price of Holy Diver. A nice, clean U.S. copy of Holy Diver, I don't think you can get one for under $60. I mean, I think that would be a deal. I wouldn't price one for under $60. I'm talking near mint, nice cover. We've auctioned them off for over $100. You can probably get a low grade one for less than $50, but I'm talking about a nice copy. There was UK imports. I still have like an entire bin full of them. Half of them have seam splits. I'm either about to send them back or reduce the price. But this is a gatefold 2 LP that's a remix, and I don't know if it has bonus tracks, but it's 2 LP, so obviously they've remastered it to higher sound quality. It's technically a 2022 Joe Barassi remix. I'm not familiar with him. And the 4th side has an etching, so actually 3 sides of music. I figured more people would be grabbing that, but I have sold a lot of OGs. I've sold a lot of UK pressings, the new ones. So for some reason, we've got a lot of US OG original copies in within the last 6 months this year. I sold a ton of UK pressings, the current UK pressing that's in stock. And it's actually cheaper than this version. But this sounds pretty cool. It's probably going to sound great, so you might want to pick up a copy. Neil Young has a new album coming out. It's actually old material, I believe. Neil Young Toast. That's the name of the album. Toast. Let's see. It is technically, it says shelved since 2001. So yeah, I think it was recorded old material, not like from the 70s, 60s, but within the last, like 20 years ago, 2001. So yeah, you can get on there and read the blurb. Most people, Neil Young completists, they're going to order it. That man's wrote a lot of music. It is mind-blowing. Go pull up his discography. The next post is Coletco t-shirts. We've got new merch in. We've got these. Records You Can't Refuse, my spin, my parody on the Godfather logo. Big Godfather fan. We have sold a ton of these. I don't have them on our website, really. I just have them in our group. So you can find those there. And the next things I've had up for some time, so I'm going to go through those kind of quick. There's a Blondie box set out. There's a standard version. It's pretty much Blondie's catalog for the first time reissued in a box set. And then there's a gigantic box set. It's like $460. It is huge. It has and this is where the serious Blondie collector is going to want this. It has all the rarities, the lives, the B-sides, unreleased tracks, demos, outtakes. That's what's on the Super Duper. And then there's the standard box set, which is reissues, I'm sure, of like Parallel Lines, Eat to the Beat, those albums. This one was surprising me. Doug let me know about this one. Third Eye Blind, a collection, or actually Doug had ordered it, and I was checking our orders, and I was like, Third Eye Blind, their stuff's quite popular, or their OGs are quite expensive. And so this is a greatest hits. Third Eye Blind, a collection, 2 LP, that's due out September 15th. By the way, the Blondie box set is due out August 26th. So end of August for the Blondie box set, if you have to allocate some funds for a $500 purchase. That's quite expensive, but that will be fun to go through and listen. There's an Elvis Costello album up for pre-order, Mighty Like a Rose. By the way, most of the pre-orders I've posted that I've mentioned up until the point of this video, those are just, none of those are music on vinyl. As y'all know, we stock and sell a ton of music on vinyl. I have got a master catalog for me. So the next wave, where I'm going with this, is the next wave of pre-orders I'm going to post is probably going to be all these music on vinyl. There is something from music on vinyl every week that I don't really know what it is, or I don't know a lot about, and we end up selling a ton of them. I kind of knew what Tonic was, Lemon Parade, and then I really found out what Tonic was after I heard those songs. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, no wonder we sold 50 copies of this. I know what Tonic Lemon Parade is now. Next post is a Jeff Beck Truth Mo-Fi, which came back in stock. I posted that, hey, these are back in stock. We can get Jeff Beck Truth 2 LP Mo-Fi 45 RPM. I ordered like 10. They were in stock. Before my order got submitted and shipped to me, they were all gone. Big pre-order next. Motley Crue, their entire catalog, well, their big albums, Dr. Feelgood, Girls, 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 Too Fast for Love, Theater of Pain, and Shout at the Devil. They're reissuing all of those. I think they've sold their licensing, so a new catalog is putting them out, which unfortunately they're a little bit more, but I think they've been remastered. Motley Crue reissues were historically known for being, to be as popular as they were really cheap. I mean, you could get them for like $25 a piece. These are about $7 more, and then I'm doing a bundle deal. If you want to pre-order all 5 Motley Crue albums with me, I'm doing like a bundle deal and discounting them. The next post is the Judds. I may actually take this down because that came in tonight, or it's actually Friday morning now, but we showed that Thursday night. Judds Greatest Hits. Sponge, Rotting Pinata. That's a music on vinyl. 2-disc, gold, numbered and limited. Tommy, The Who, Tommy, Abbey Road Half-Speed Master. That's due out the first week in July. So some of this stuff is coming in. Some of the stuff I've posted, even for tonight, is coming in next Friday. So you might want to go ahead and jump on that pre-order. I just had somebody comment on a post. Looks like someone just claimed something. Jack White has a new album coming out. That's due out about the 3rd Friday in July. Entering Heaven Alive. It is an indie exclusive. Black Oak, Arkansas. Those come out next week. Those have actually already been loaded into our cart. It's called The Wild Bunch. It's a 2 LP green vinyl from Black Oak, Arkansas. I think it's a greatest hits and some new stuff on there as well. Richie Sambora, 2 LP Undiscovered Soul. That's a music on vinyl. Richie Sambora. Those are coming next Friday too. Those will be in next week. 2 LP music on vinyl. Richie Sambora. Well known for being Bon Jovi's lead guitarist. Rock Ballads Collected. Rock Ballads Collected came in tonight. Those are limited in number, 3,500. We have sold a ton of them. That is a great track list. It's got everything from Pearl Jam, Queensryche, Def Leppard, Rush. Music on Vinyl Collected, very popular series. Check those out. We still got them in stock. Next 2 are pre-orders that's coming out pretty soon. The Beastie Boys Check Your Head is a box set. Beastie Boys Check Your Head. It's technically an indie exclusive box set. That's due out when? Let me pull up the date for that. While that's loading, next Friday, I hope that these come in. Cake, Fashion Nugget. They have finally reissued Cake, Fashion Nugget. Those are due out 1st of, that's next Friday. Next Friday for Cake Fashion Nugget. We actually have an OG copy of Cake. Sorry, I can't talk. One, it's getting extremely late. I think the sun is out about this point. I've been up for a long time. But I have an OG copy of Cake Fashion Nugget in stock. Somebody's trying to, I've got 2 people right now trying to trade me stuff. One is like a stack of albums. Really good stuff though. And one guy has one record that's about equal value. But I figured Cake would sell right away. But this record, I've auctioned one off before and there was about 5 bidders on it. So there may be a little bit more interest. But Cake, we've ordered a bunch, okay? Make sure you get on the Cake. House of Pain, which is called Fine Malt Lyrics. House of Pain is known for their hit Jump Around. There's 2 versions. One, by the way, I have Beastie Boys is due out July 15th. So 2 weeks, second week in July, second Friday in July. The House of Pain Fine Malt Lyrics is really cool. The deluxe version is on colored vinyl. So the standard is just on black. The deluxe version is on white and orange vinyl. And it includes a jump rope. You can jump around to jump around with the House of Pain jump rope. Unbelievable. I'm interested on how it's got to come in a box. And it's not that expensive. It's $54.99. $54.99. Jump rope, colored vinyl. I think it's 2 LPs, so it must have bonus tracks on it because the single disc is the black vinyl is $34.99. So you get more music, a jump rope, and colored vinyl. It is $20 more though, so it depends on how big of a House of Pain. What's their name? Yeah, House of Pain. Okay, Mo-Fi. I've got a Bill Withers Steel Bill, his second album. Should be his second album. That's a Mo-Fi pre-order. That's due out November 18th. And I think that's the same day the big one, the next big one. That's Michael Jackson Thriller. That is due out, I think November 18th too. But Michael Jackson Thriller, Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab, 1-step box. Y'all seen those before? This should be absolutely phenomenal. They're making, oh no, I forgot the number. 40,000? I think they're doing 40,000 because they're about $100 a pop, I think. Yeah, someone said 4 million. I think those numbers work out right. 400, yeah, $4 million. So, Michael Jackson Thriller, 1-step. You're thinking, $100 for a copy of Thriller? Evidently, you've never heard a 1-step product. They are phenomenal. There's some that are a little weak. Most of them are pretty much the best pressing of that album you can get. Santana Abraxas sells for like $2,000. When those came out, they were, I guess, $125. Eddie Vedder Earthling is $39.99. We're still waiting for those to come in, or not come in. It hadn't been released yet, but Eddie Vedder Earthling, new release on vinyl, $39.99. The next 2, I don't even need to mention because I don't think we're going to get them. We'll probably get the next one. I'll go ahead and tell you. Hopefully, some of y'all may be watching me. Some may be just listening and watching on your phone. I've made this video where you can be on your phone and follow along with me. Suicidal Tendencies, Join the Army. That is a music on vinyl title that we had a bunch of people pre-order, and they didn't come in. They were supposed to be out June 17th. I never did see them. They didn't ship. I wasn't informed. I don't know where they're at. I'm going to try to track those down. The next is a Slipknot. Slipknot Volume 3, the Subliminal Verses. Those Slipknot reissues are impossible. And I've ordered 50 or 100 of every one of them. And we've either got 1 or 3. Still pre-order them with me because these later albums that may not be as popular, we may be getting those in. But Volume 3 was, it was due out June 3rd. I never did see it, so we didn't get any of those. Crazy. The next post is 3 Mo-Fi. One of them's already come in. Groovin', the Young Rascals. I've actually still got those in stock. We've got 4 on hand. Actually 3. I've got to keep mine. Then that same post has 2 others you can pre-order. Elvis Blue Hawaii and Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits, Local Hero. Once again, the next post is a Queensryche Human Condition. I don't know what happened to that thing. It says it's Still, it's been I can't remember. Don't hold me to any of this information I'm about to say. Queensryche Human Condition, I don't know what happened to it. I'm still trying to figure that one out. Stabbing Westward, Chasing Ghosts, that's not a pre-order, but we're just waiting for more of those to come in. I've left the post pin because there's some people in there that hadn't got theirs yet, so I leave that post pin, so whenever they come in, I go in and I comment, hey, arriving this week, and I tag that person if it's just one person left, so they know they expect it on their invoice. Next record was pushed back, but it's going to be really cool when it comes out. Muddy Waters and the Rolling Stone. Yeah, Muddy Waters and the Rolling Stones live at the Checkerboard Lounge. The Checkerboard Lounge concert, it's on YouTube. You got to watch it so you'll appreciate when you're listening to the vinyl more. Muddy Waters is on stage at the Checkerboard Lounge, that's Chicago. That's in Chicago. Looks like a small little lounge bar. Muddy Waters is up on stage. The Rolling Stones come in. Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, Ronnie Wood. I don't think Charlie Watts was there. But Muddy Waters is playing, and he's like, Mick Jagger. And you got to watch it. I think he actually says Mick Jagler. It's very funny. And it kind of surprises Mick Jagger, because he's kind of like trying to keep a low profile, even though they had a table reserved right on the front row. They're already passing around bottles of Jack Daniels. Keith Richards, he's cigarettes, Jack. But one by one, they come up on stage. So Mick Jagger gets up on stage with them. He starts playing with Muddy Waters. He starts singing with Muddy Waters. Then Keith Richards comes up, and then Ron Wood. And so I don't think I've ever finished the whole concert, but pretty much they play an entire set list with Muddy Waters. That's due out, I think they pushed that to August, which when I posted this pre-order, I think the first of the year, it was due out like in May. So that's been up for a long time. The next two have been pushed back and pushed back. I posted these last 2 or 3 pre-orders. Listen to when I posted these. December 20th and November 14th. December 20th was the Almond Brothers' The Final Note, which was Dwayne Allman's last concert. And that was due out, when I posted that on December 20th, it was due out January 14th. We still hadn't got them. They keep pushing it back. I think now it's like November. It's going to be almost a year since that one. Same thing with this Paramore. Paramore, all we know is falling. Falling or failing? I may have did a typo on that one. I posted that one on November 14th. I think the new release date for that is December again, which when I posted it in November of 21, the release date was, I've updated it. The new release date is December of 22, December 10th. So that's still months away from now, and it was almost a year since I posted it. The last pre-order is the oldest pre-order on the page still. I originally posted it on August 4th. In 3 days, that will be 1 year. There's 4 pictures on there. John Prine, Fair Square, which was a green vinyl John Prine. Those have already came in. Those have already shipped, come in, sold, shipped, and went out of print. That's how long ago that's been. Reba Martina McBride Greatest Hits. We've already sold those, shipped them, out of stock. And then Iron Maiden Senjutsu, which I think we still have in stock. I still think we have Martina McBride Greatest. I mean, those are still, it's not like they're out of print. We can still order them. But then the 4th one, the big one, Another Headache. Almost about as big a headache as Tool Fury Inoculum. Alan Parsons Project, Eye in the Sky. Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab, 2 LP, 45 RPM. Here's how many people pre-ordered with me. Here's how many I have left, and it's shrinking. If you're watching this video, I think everybody that's left isn't in a hurry. The other people that's canceled on me, they were in a hurry. One customer, and I give him a hard time about it, he is very impatient with Mobile Fidelity, the stuff he pre-orders from me. He'll pre-order it from me, and if he sees it available on the Mobile Fidelity website, he's going to go ahead and buy it, because which I understand that. He wants to make sure he actually gets a copy because some of these things go out of print and then they're going to be $200, $300. You're never going to be able to get one again at retail. But most of my stuff comes in. I mean, very few things. All these stuff I've named off, we do hundreds of pre-orders. About the only thing we haven't got is still left up here, which is like Slipknot, and I think there's one other I named, Queensryche. I mean, but most of those, they'll eventually come. And 2 of my distributors have told me this is a heavily allocated product. It's not a limited version either. I mean, they're going to keep it in print. But I think the people that's left on my pre-order, hopefully y'all stay with me on that one. That brings me to my conclusion, which is going to be a short little update on new vinyl production. Mobile Fidelity just announced that they're opening a new pressing plant. So in general, vinyl production's getting better. I think when I first started my YouTube channel and I started ordering a lot of new vinyl, I knew very little about it. Actually, I do have that other Danzig album up, so it's up available. It's called Skeletons. That's actually already up right now. I forgot I posted that one. But new vinyl production is getting better. There's Memphis. They expanded their pressing plant. I think Memphis. Maybe a new one opened up in Nashville. Mobile Fidelity just said they're opening up their own pressing plant. These people are very smart. I mean, they're business people making big investments. So vinyl is definitely here to stay. That's pretty obvious. I mean, it's huge right now. We're collectibles dealers, and that's all I think about. I wake up and I'm ordering vinyl. I'm out buying vinyl. And then I come here and I sell vinyl all night. And then I order more new vinyl all night. And then I make YouTube videos about new vinyl again, and vintage vinyl, and anything vinyl, anything record music related. So, but as a whole, things still sometimes can be a little shaky. So if you order things with us, just be patient. I'm pretty honest with you. I told somebody tonight, what record was it? Black Crowes, 1972, Rob Scheffler. I told Rob, I said, Rob, that record was allocated. We didn't get enough to fill our pre-order. You can go buy one right now. It won't hurt my feelings. I'm sure you can get one on Discogs. I'm sure you can get one on eBay. You might find one on another record store's website. If you need to, go order it. If you be patient, I'm sure they're going to press it again, and we'll get more in, and then we'll fill the rest of the pre-order. Some people's not in any hurry. Actually, some of y'all order so much every week, you're actually glad that not everything comes in. You're like, phew, my invoice is going to be over $1,000 again. So trying to keep it under 100, Chad, and you've got me for another 1,000. So that's because I post all these pre-orders. Sometimes things bottleneck and they all come in at once. I guess that's the right word, bottleneck. Maybe not. I don't know. They all kind of come in at once. So, but if I know something's done, I can go through my distributor's kind of catalog, and when something's discontinued, like we have a waiting list for Metallica live at Grammys. I've got word that that's being discontinued. Not to say that they're about to reissue it. Metallica's got this program with Walmart where they're doing all their reissues on colored vinyl. I don't see live at Grammys being a Walmart exclusive, but I didn't think they would do Saint Anger. You know, who needs another copy of Saint Anger? But Walmart's selling colored vinyl exclusives of them, so who knows? But yeah, that's the overall pre-order update. If you have stuck with me the duration of this video, I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. Please comment as much as you can on these YouTube videos. When people find our channel, I'm not saying it makes us look better, but it makes the video more interested, just seeing people interact, especially our regular customers. Maybe somebody randomly find this video and they're watching it. If so, we have a big customer base. A lot of y'all are like family now. I talk to you so much. I see you so much. I talk to you on the phone so much, or interact with you on Facebook. So we have a group on Facebook that's a big community. There's now almost 3,000 people in there, and most of them are customers, people that have bought from us since I've set up this group about a year ago. It's only been there about a year. Our Facebook page has over 15,000 people following it now. Most of those are record buyers too, and I couldn't do it without y'all. So the more you interact, comment, share, post, share these YouTube videos, share our Facebook shows, share my ads, share our announcements, and especially even if you just like it, comment, wow, exclamation point, whatever, I would greatly appreciate it. Well, it is now 4:51 a.m. I forgot what time I said when this video started. I'm going to go upload this to YouTube, and it's going to take a while. I'm probably going to upload it, leave the store, and then most of y'all are waking up right now. This morning, you'll be able to see this video. So thanks for watching. My name is Chad, and I will see you the next time.